घर सोना सैया बिना घर सोना सैया बिना घर सोना सैया बिना घर सोना सैया बिना घर सोना है सैया बिना घर सोना.
Today we have the fabulous Shrinidhi Ghatate with us.
Hello guys.
And thank you so much for joining us, Shrinidhi. And I've been listening to your music for a while. And very interestingly, I've been, of course, listening to your film work, your work with Shankar Ehsan Loy, but also some of your independent stuff, collaborations that you've done, but also your classical.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting for me to have you here because that's what we are here to talk about, mixing the musical idioms.
Great.
So first of all, tell us a little bit about how you started this musical journey, like in the sense how the musical bug bit you
Yeah.
to start with.
So when I was, I guess, in first, second standard, that time I always used to love singing, and but unfortunately in my school they the teacher didn't allow me to be a part of the music choir.
What is that?
So I had to participate in a lot of competitions, and then I won, and that finally I sang for the
वो
whole
जिद
year.
था कि एक दिन करके दिखाऊंगा.
Yeah,
Sure.
because when I used to watch people singing, so I was like, even I want to sing. Why am I sitting here? And
Right, of course.
I used to love
बहुत
it.
जरूरी होता है, a couple of times you need to get kicked out of things
Yeah,
to
exactly.
feel that you really want to prove it. So that's how it started. And you were born and brought up in Nagpur, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm from Nagpur.
Beautiful place. And then how was it like moving to Mumbai and getting out there into the mean world?
It initially it was very difficult for me. The whole culture in Nagpur and Mumbai, the culture is so different, and the people, the mentality, and everything is very different
course, yeah.
from Nagpur and Mumbai. So when I shifted, I started with my college. I went to Mithibai College, and
that's a good place to go to.
yeah, and got so many
A lot of
friends.
guys stand outside the college to just look at the girls there. Yeah. I've heard that.
Yeah, might be. I was so busy into the classes, and
So
especially
you were like a good girl. You were like in college. You were very.
not that, not in the class. I used to be in the music room,
Okay.
chilling with
Oh, okay.
all the musicians, and then
So you
majorly.
were focused about what you wanted. You always knew you wanted to be a singer or a.
Yeah,
That's good, yeah.
I always wanted to be an artist. So whether it was a singer or a musician, any instrumentalist,
get it,
yeah.
get it,
So, when I was a kid, that time I used to paint and draw. I used to love that. So I used to think that artist means who paints.
Painter. Yeah.
So
you have a point.
later in life, I got to know that art.
But हम लोग
We
भी
are
artists
also.
हैं, musicians
Yeah.
are artists. Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's what. So in college we used to compose and be around with everyone was into music, in the music room. So we used to have a lot of fun and music, and especially I went to Mithibai because of the cultural team there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard they're very good with
Yeah.
And me or my colleagues have gone and we have done events there
Yeah.
through sometimes through Split McKay or other, and it's a very nice environment.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
right in the middle of the city, which is a good thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I always wanted to go to that college,
Yeah.
so that
Good for
went
you.
well.
So then of course right now we just heard you sing a Thumri,
Yeah.
and is that how your musical journey started, by learning classical music?
Yeah, my base is classical.
Uh-huh.
So in Nagpur, I've learned. I think I gave 5 classical exams also.
Arey wah.
So
And can you tell me the name of your guru in Nagpur?
yeah, Pandit Prabhakar Dhakde Guruji. So he is basically a violinist, and he teaches violin, vocals, and tabla, harmonium, and yeah. Since like I've learned from him for 5 to 6 years. Yeah. Now also I'm learning from him only.
So while we are on the classical trip, guys, because after this we are going to go on this crazy trip, which is not classical at all. So till we are thoda sa sharif, let us listen to your. You were singing a beautiful thumri in Bhairavi.
Yeah.
So wo zara sune. You want to do it from B,
Correct.
which is a very tough scale for me, by the way. Because this is dhaivat for me.
I
So
don't think
guys,
anything is tough for you.
No, there are so many things. I'm just very good at disguising my face is good. I disguise how tough things are for me. But for those of you who are watching this, we've been talking about mixing the musical idiom, and I've told you guys that there are a couple of things that we are doing which will come out as a culmination to what So today is the big day because you're going to get to know the song that Shrinidhi and me are doing together. We will tell you that at the end of this episode, so stay tuned. Okay. And so B, the interesting thing is this is Pancham for me. This is the Pancham ka fret. So pa ni sa re ga ma pa sa re ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga ni sa.
Oh,
This is
that
okay,
okay.
but this is sa. Some of the frets I'm not getting.
Yeah.
So this is ni da pa so I have to pull. So see, I'm figuring it out as we
Yeah.
go.
Oh.
That sounded a bit western.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I'm gonna try to do something.
Okay. So we are gonna
So
sing.
she's gonna be singing Bhairavi. I'm gonna be playing Pahari because that's how it works. Okay, go for it.
Yeah. ना जाने सैया, ना जाने सैया, 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 हो ना जाने सैया.
So da da pa ma ga ni sa ga, right?
Yeah,
For me it's ma ga sa da 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 sa.
different scale only.
Ma ga da 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 sa da pa ga sa ni
Oh.
sa ga. चलो चालू रहो.
ना जाने सैया, न जाने मन की बात रे, वाह, हो ना जाने सैया. न जाने मन की बात रे,
बहुत अच्छा.
हो ना जाने सैया.
क्या बात है. So you see, I'm putting up a brave face, but inside I'm thinking, oh shit, which note is this? Where exactly?
Yeah.
So then that's how it works. The interesting thing about music is, whether. So now we are getting into the not so sharif part.
Yeah.
Is being a bit of a gangster and being able to be in the moment and say, okay, I'll figure this out. Don't you think?
Yeah,
like,
it's impromptu thing.
Yeah, it's. I mean, see, you may have rehearsed and a lot of a lot of the music that you will do for your Bollywood projects or
Yeah.
whatever. There are chord charts you have to follow or whatever.
Correct.
But फिर भी you listen to a note or you listen to a harmony and you react in the moment, right?
Yeah.
So there comes this moment when you go on stage and you go, okay, now I'm going to just figure it out.
Correct.
From-
Lot of times this
Right?
this has happened.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And even if there is a fixed structure of a song and you know so many bars or whatever, but within those so many bars, kuch to freedom hai na. You
Yeah,
can,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And
You have to.
especially, does that? Do you think your classical music helps in saying, okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna figure it out?
definitely.
Yeah.
It helps. And especially with classical music, it's not only alap, like you can do the sargam thing also.
Exactly.
So it sounds very beautiful with, especially with
rhythms and stuff.
Yeah.
And do you think so? You know, I mean, you worked closely with Shankar Ehsaan Loy, and Shankarji for me is personally like a mentor and somebody who I closely follow in this respect of how he mixes things up and how his sargams are like. I think he is. Like
so good.
Nobody can really beat
I
him
don't
in
think.
that space.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you know, there's often like a drum and bass kind of a beat going, like a
Correct.
song like Sapno Se Bhare Naina.
Yeah.
And he'll take it into a completely classical sargam space. And
Correct.
I think the reason why he can do that is because he's so strong with his, you know, with his
Correct.
classical
And
music.
both, I guess, Carnatic and Hindustani classical.
Both, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, आप वैसे सोचते हो, like in the film space also, do you think classical sometimes or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I'm, especially when I'm doing riyaz, so we have to do classical riyaz only to I think to have the strength
Right.
in your voice.
तो
And
रोज का क्या होता है रियाज? How do you?
I start with omkar, and then I do the kharaj, the lower notes,
Okay, standing
and
notes and.
yeah. So I mix little Western exercises also.
I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Hang on to that thought.
Yeah. Then I mix those, and then mostly I do like the album songs which I've composed. So I try to compose it in a different way and sing. So it's not very scheduled or ऐसा ही करना है. So I whatever हाँ.
So coming back to the Western. So let's take a phrase, okay?
Yeah.
So say let's take a Pahadi phrase, huh? Sing this phrase.
Na.
Now do it the Western way.
Yeah.
I know that's how it is, and
Correct.
using grace notes. So for me, it's also very interesting, and for those of you who are watching, see how she flips from one to the other. Let's take another phrase.
Yeah.
Huh? Let's take a Bhopali phrase, okay?
Yeah.
Let's call it Bhopali. इसको अभी वेस्टर्न बनाएंगे तो कैसे करेंगे?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The technically, if we speak, it's like the way you throw your voice and the dynamics. It's totally different
And you
from
can
each other.
flip in the same song,
Yeah.
and it's the same context. So this is more Western.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
it immediately becomes Indian, and it
Indian,
takes
yeah.
you to a different milieu.
Exactly.
And as a vocalist, I would like to understand. So, if you've taken some Western music training also,
No, I just listen to a lot of Western music
Right.
because like world music, because I feel
I've heard your Shape of You and
Yeah,
Daru
with
Desi
Rhythm
the
Shaw.
amazing Rhythm Shaw. And,
He's too good.
Yeah, and I loved it. Of course, I loved the production, but I loved the way you went from one to the other.
Thank you so much. Thank
And do you think, like, are you a different person when you're doing these kind of things?
like
Like
as
if
in,
you're sitting down and say, I heard you sing Bhageshri once.
yeah,
If you're, you know, in your traditional attire.
yeah.
Is it a different person or is it the same Shrinidhi?
It's the same Shrinidhi only. Just approach whatever I feel inside,
Only
maybe.
your vocal cords change.
Yeah,
Everything
exactly.
else is the same.
Yeah,
Achha, attitude doesn't change.
yeah. You have to change
वही
your
तो- वही तो
attitude.
पूछ रहा हूँ.
Definitely, you
so
have.
it's like okay.
Yeah.
A little more.
Every genre, I guess, has a different
But
attitude.
classical का भी swag होता है. अलग. It's
Yeah,
a different
yeah.
swag.
It's like you very peaceful. You're sitting
Yeah.
pahadon ke beach singing that kind of, and Western is like, yeah, you're on
But
stage.
पहाड़ों
You're
के बीच
performing.
डाकू होता है. You know, like
Yeah.
that feel, you know, is also there.
Definitely.
Okay, so now is the big moment, and we are going to tell you which song we are doing, and why doesn't Shrinidhi tell you guys how this happened and how I gave, you know, like I called her and
Yeah.
how, you know, she kindly agreed to do it.
It's actually my pleasure to sing with him. Like, as you guys know, he's like renowned, and like he
As I said,
recently
I'm
did.
good at hiding my face. That's all.
Recently, we have heard your song with Shankarjee and Zakir Hussain Saab also. That was also amazing. So
well, that's my privilege totally. But there also I was hiding my.
so
Fortunately, it's easier to hide if you're in different cities. On live, I've been on stage with these.
yeah,
These,
exactly.
These giants, and that's not so easy. That is, yeah.
I know. So he called me once, and then we had a discussion about this amazing song. And this is actually a Punjabi ghazal, right?
Yes.
And ज़्यादा लोगों ने
Geet
इतना
in
नहीं
the
किया.
Geet space actually. More,
Yeah.
yeah.
So like whenever we searched this song on Google, so we didn't find anything specific.
Yeah.
So
Not much produced.
yeah, not much but the melody
Version.
is so strong. So if you just sing it without anything, or you just play it like without any other instrument also, it sounds so beautiful. Like the melody is very strong. So as soon as I heard the song from YouTube, I was so happy, and I was like so excited to do it, because it's very, nowadays it's like very difficult to do such kind of songs, because
Yeah.
mostly it's about pop and
Yeah.
all the commercial stuff.
EDM.
Yeah,
as they say.
EDM.
Yeah.
So this
Not idiom, but EDM. I've been using this joke a lot since we started.
idiom.
Yeah. When we said musical idiom,
yeah.
The commercial crowd, the money counting crowd, would say, oh, idiom, wow, we'll make some money. But
I
we're
know.
making no money. So to reveal the melody, guys.
जान दे जान मन जान दे, जान दे जान मन जान दे, रुक जावे सोनिया तू मेरी गल सुन ले वे मन ले वे दिल जानिया दिल, हाँ दिल तेरे जाने दी कसम है कि तेरे बाजू नहीं लगदा, दिल मेरे जाने दी कसम है कि तेरे बाजू नहीं लगदा. वाओ. दिल कसम है कि तेरे बाजू नहीं लगदा, जान दे जान मन जान दे, जान दे जान मन जान दे, रुक जावे सोनिया तू मेरी गल सुन ले वे मन ले वे दिल जानिया दिल.
You've done crazy things like.
Yeah, the end was amazing.
Yeah, wasn't it? And so, what did you feel when I told you there's a rapper involved in this?
Yeah, so I never expected that, first of all. So I thought only you and me will be doing this song. I never thought that it will be like an
Hip hop, rap.
hip hop, yeah. So as soon as I heard the beats and the
Like
bass,
the Bad Boys song.
yeah, it was sounding so cool and so fresh. Like
Because you think classical music is normally the good boys.
yeah, good.
There you go. So, I must tell the audience that this is composed by a great tabla maestro from Pakistan, and his name is Ustad Tafu Saab. And he has a lot of great compositions in films, and I have been personally following his work very closely. And
Wow.
I felt that this song, as you correctly said, that at least I have not found a produced version of this.
Yeah.
And we should bring out something which is very different, very different approach to this song.
Yeah.
And we'll show you, so stay tuned, because you're going to hear a couple of different versions of this, and she's just sung the straight jacket one.
Yeah.
This is how you would sing it
Exactly.
in if you just sang it with a tabla and
Yeah, yeah,
harmonium and stuff. Now, how would you sing it in a Western way? The same thing. Huh? Let's hear
Yeah.
that. As you have sung it in the.
Yeah. Mostly I love to mix it, like
Yeah.
Western and Indian, because
Right.
yeah, like the way you have played your sitar with the EDM and spread out
Yeah.
kind of arrangement, like it's sounding so good. Like it's very difficult to properly mash. I think mash
and
up
you've scattered
Indian and
beautifully with me, so it's like I'm giving it all away, guys, but you're still going to want to hear it. So,
so
yeah,
let's
the
go.
Western, yeah.
जान दे जान मन जान दे, रुक जावे सोनिया तू मेरी गल सुन ले वे मन ले वे दिल जानिया दिल, दिल दिल तेरे जाने प्राण दी कसम है कि तेरे बाजू नहीं लगदा, कि तेरे बाजू नहीं लगदा, नहीं लगदा.
Indian.
Yeah.
Western.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't want to give it all away.
Yeah,
but we've done
they
some
have to
stuff like
listen
this.
to
Yeah,
it.
they have to listen to it. So this is what we have done. So stay tuned, and this is coming your way very, very soon with myself, Shrinidhi, Raz, who is a fantastic rapper who you've heard in the last episode where we've been doing some stuff.
Wow.
Together. And of course we have beautiful production by Nakul Chugh, who is
Yes.
a brilliant producer. And we have Parijat Kirti on the guitars. So we're
Wow.
going to hear all of them and how they've come into this song. So stay tuned for that. But it was wonderful chatting with you, Shrinidhi, and thank you for not only doing the song so beautifully, but agreeing to do this little
Thanks
tete-a-tete.
to you to make me a part of this amazing
Pleasure is all mine, and hopefully the first of many to come.
Yes, definitely.
So, as I said, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, etc. You know all that stuff.
Yeah.
So do all that and
Stay tuned. Yeah.
Yeah.